Okay, let's give you guys some more practice. So solve this inequality here. This one's quite tricky because the hard part is in factorizing this whole thing here. I've done a whole section on how to factorize something like this. So if you don't understand it, look up under quadratic equations. Well, anyway, press pause and have a go. Okay, so let's try and factorize this whole thing here. So how your eyes are zoom into this and this here. How would two numbers multiplied together gives you a negative 6? So I could use a 1 and a 6. I could use a 2 and a 3. I think that's pretty much it in order to create the negative 6 later on. And then your eyes should zoom into this 10. You need to be able to create 10x squared. So it's got to be a 2 and a 5. So it's got to be 2, hang on, 2 and a 5x being less than or equal to 0. Now, if you don't understand what I'm doing, you have to watch what I've done a whole section on this. So scroll back and watch. And then how else could I create a 10x squared? I could use 1x, I could use a 1 and a 10. So a 1 and a 10 here, okay, being less than this. Okay, now it's just a matter of guesswork. Now we want to plug the, I don't know, we could try putting a minus, we could try putting a 2 into here and a 3 into here, and then this could be minus, and remember, looking at this here, it's a negative, so one of the two will have to be a negative. Up to this stage here is guesswork. We are just trying to guess. See, we are trying to create this by playing about with these two pairs. Okay, so it's just guesswork now. This times this will be positive 10x squared, and then this times this here would be 3x plus 3x, and now this times this here will be negative 2 times 10, so that will be 10x, that will be negative 20x, and then negative 2 times 3, that would give us 6x here. You see, the bit that we're trying to get is positive 11x. Now looking at this here and this here, this will give us negative 17x, which is no good. So we're just going to have to play about until we get it right. So now let's try and put hang on, let's try putting negative 3 in here, so minus 3 here, and then positive 2 in here, positive 2. Okay, it's just a matter of playing about. Let me just clear up this whole thing. It's just a matter of playing about here until we get this. Factorizing this is actually quite tricky. So you just keep on trying. This times this, that will be 10x squared, and then this times this here, that would give us positive 4x, and now this times this here, this would give us negative 15x, and then this times this here, that will give us negative 6. You see, looking at this here, it will give us positive 11x. Look at this, positive 4x, negative 15. That will give us a that would give us a negative. Now that won't work, so let's switch this around. Hang on. Well, if you tidy this up here, 10x squared, and then this will give us negative 14x. This will give us negative this will give us negative 11x and then negative 6. Well, we want 11. We want positive 11. So I know I'm nearby. I know I'm close to getting the answer. So hang on. So let's switch this to a positive. Switch this to a negative. Okay, so negative 2. Okay, hang on. So let me just clear this space. So let's try it this time round. This times this would be 10x. This times this would be negative 4x. This times this would be positive 15x. and this times this here will be negative 6. You see, yeah, so this here simplifies to positive 11x minus 6. So we know this to be correct. So hang on, so this is our correct answer now. So we can get rid of all these here. Okay, so given this here, we can factorize it to this. Now, once we've factorized it, we can draw our graph. We can draw our graph of y equals 2x plus 3 and then 5x minus 2. Okay. Now, well, we are trying to identify the two roots. So when you make this, at the moment you've got this bubble multiplying with this bubble here. So if you make this bubble 0, then you know what y will be 0. So making this to be 0, hang on, 2x plus 3 equals 0. So take away 3 from both sides, so that this will be this 2x, and then divide both sides by 2, so minus 3 over 2. So one root will be negative 3 over 2. The other root is in making this to be 0. So 5x minus 2 equals 0. Add 2 to both sides, and then divide both sides by 5. So it will be 2 over 5. The other one would be 2 over 5. So I'm going to guess to be around here, positive 2 over 5. Okay. So our quadratic, we know it's going to be, we know it won't be this. Otherwise, we will have minus x squared. But up here is positive x squared. So we know our graph, our quadratic. Well, we're just going to guess it to be something like this. Now, going back to this whole this original statement here, we want the whole thing to be less than or equal to 0. Well, looking at this graph here, less than or equal to 0 is everything in here. See, everything in here is good. Everything on the outside is bad. Everything on the inside is good. So let's draw a number line here. So everything on the, remember, everything on the inside is good. Keep that inside your mind. Everything on the inside is good. Everything on the inside is good. So everything on the inside is good. So so this here would be your solution. Okay. And then you can jump to this. You can jump to this. Well, you want x to be greater or equal to minus 3 over 2, but less than or equal to 2 over 5. So this whole thing here is your answer. Okay.